It's camping weekend, so today is the last day to get things together. It still looks like a train wreck in here, but I will definitely make it. I have about 3 hours. Let's go ahead and get to looking at what I've accomplished so far in the trailer as far as packing for the trip goes. Packed a couple dish draining I don't know what those are called. They're like the mats to dry dishes on. So dish drying mat, maybe? I don't know. Can cozies. I have storage bags, sandwich bags, plastic wrap, wax paper, and foil. And then, of course, a ton of hand towels. I use a non-scratch sponge for cleaning dishes while we're camping. And if it's only for like a weekend, I'll maybe use one and then toss it out when we get home. All right, you're looking at the dog drawer. So the dog drawer has bowls, food, treats, little supplements. All right, so looking under my sink, my kitchen sink doesn't have a huge amount of space because this is, I don't know what, some kind of equipment under there. Probably the furnace, the tankless water heater. I don't know. There's stuff under there. So this cannot be used for storage. So we only have this little narrow kind of thing, but it's fine. Like we make it work. I keep Swiffer things under here. My actual, I don't know if you guys saw my video about my favorite cleaning products, but guess what's in here, guys? It is my new retractable wand Swiffer that I was so excited about. So that goes in here. Swiffer wet cloths, Swiffer dry cloths, scrubber sponges. This is what I use to clean my dishes while we're camping, and then I will just throw it away at the end of the trip. Garbage bags, of course, and I think that's it. Have a couple different kinds of garbage bags. I also have the great big lawn and leaf kind of bags, just in case, because you never know. So weird design that we have in here is this strange shelf that's right under the sink area. And it's just a weird space. Like you wouldn't want to put anything wet in there because you don't want it to damage the wood. So what I started putting in here are these little lantern kind of lights that you, ta-da, that's what it looks like. It's one of these little mini lantern lights. So that's what I put in there. And any other, like sometimes I'll put like rubber gloves in there, anything, something like, as long as it's not wet. But it's just a weird place. I appreciate the extra storage though. I mean, any storage you can get in an RV is like, it's a bonus. All right, let's peek inside our fridge now that it's fully stocked. So you can see I have some eggs in there. I've got K-cups for my coffee in the morning. Of course, we've got bagels, cream cheese, cheese snacks, butter. We are doing burgers on the griddle tomorrow. And those are like the ready-made pressed prime rib burgers that you get at Sam's. I've got some bacon, a couple things of sodas, variety of sodas in those trays. These are the trays that I featured in the short for Aldi's has these, and they're $4.99 a piece, no matter what size you get. So $4.99 each, no matter what size. And then down here, just some stuff for sandwiches, also some lettuce. This is way more food than we're ever going to eat. Over here, for tonight, we're going to have some lasagna soup that was in the freezer. I put it in here so it could thaw. So we'll heat that up after we get everything set up. You want to remember to bring, if whatever you're having, like if you're having burgers, bring all the toppings that you like for your burgers at home. Like the ketchup, mustard, and potentially mayo. I keep an eye on expiration dates, of course, but those will stay in here probably throughout the summer because we do plug our RV in the driveway and we leave it running. So the fridge is on, keeping everything nice and cold. It's actually nice if we have a gathering here, we have an extra fridge for space. And then we have like the Parmesan cheese for the lasagna soup tonight. We have my coffee creamer, little rice puddings, olives for my martinis, because that's something we can't leave behind. And then, of course, bottled water. I'm very big about, we drink bottled water at the campsite because you just never know with the water at some of these campgrounds. I know some of the state campgrounds in Pennsylvania have had issues with contaminated water and telling people to not drink it. So don't want to get caught up in that mess. And then I have some, not the most nutritious thing, but still not too bad, are these little crispy crown thingies that can be done either on the griddle or in the oven. And then some ciabatta rolls for the soup tonight. So you're noticing I have a bag of ice. I usually have about 4 of these in here. There's still some I need to bring out of the house. I have an ice machine and I do make my own ice because there have been times we've not been able to get our hands on a bag of ice. And typically when we go camping, we throw the cooler in the car with some drinks and we go somewhere. And definitely want to have access to some ice so that we can keep those drinks cool while we're out exploring the area. All right, so let's go through my bathroom and see what I have in here. I have towels ready to go, rolled up and ready to go in our towel storage. A couple hand towels in there. I usually take more than that. That's only 2. I usually take 4 because you just never know. And the reason I take, when I say I'm taking 4, it's because we're only going on a weekend trip. If it was a week, I may take more than that if I don't have access to do laundry. Down in that lower cubby, I usually put in a box of tissues, but I don't have them in there when we're traveling. My husband, apparently thinks the only thing he needs in this world is a thing of deodorant. But, I just keep makeup out here. Anything that I want to take along, I have, this is, something, ladies, makeup remover wipes. Highly recommend you get yourself a pack of those because it's often easy to just, I don't wear makeup a lot when we're camping, but if we're going to go out in public, I don't like to scare people, so I will sometimes put makeup on. This is where I keep all of our toiletries during travel as well as medications. You can see our toothbrush organizer is up there with the toothpaste. Any first aid items that aren't going to be in the large first aid kit that we have will go in here. Don't forget your Q-tips, your floss picks, your cotton balls, your cotton, all that stuff you like using at home, take it with you. And then in here, just about anything you would think you would need. And I also have Benadryl in here. We have stuff for headaches. We have New Skin, our mouthwash. We have stuff for the dogs because our dogs, I like to take styptic powder if they tear a nail, get a cut in their paw. That's a good way to keep them from bleeding all over the place. And then these little bandages are really for the dogs too. Those are those self-adhesive bandages just in case they would cut themselves. It's a way you can wrap up their paws and keep the wound from getting infected. This is my solution to, because they give you these tiny little shelves that aren't going to, I don't even think you could put a can of beer on the shelf. If you wanted to. I don't take beer in the shower, but if you wanted to, I don't think you could even put a can of beer up there. They are so shallow, and also stuff just wants to fall right off of them. So I did this. I got an adjustable tension rod that's really for a shower curtain, I want to say, and was meant to fit everything from a narrow to a wider shower space. And I put that up there. You can see it goes right above this. It attaches to the side of the cabinet and then goes over and attaches to the wall. And then I hung this shower organizer over that. Now, these have rubberized protective caps on them, so it doesn't slide around like you would think. Why do you have that up there? When you're driving down the road, it's going to be sliding back and forth. It really doesn't, because that rubber kind of keeps it in place, and it's lightweight. I'll leave these on here, these little bath scrubber things because they don't do anything except for maybe swing around. When we get to the campsite, then I load this up with our shampoos, our body wash. This is where I keep all my cleaning supplies, the toilet treatment. I do keep dishwashing liquid under here, but that's basically it. Any kind of cleaning supplies will be under here. And I have this nice little container, kind of keeps things from sliding around. And then I just make good use of my space. I just tuck things in wherever I can find a slot. In here is where we keep the toilet paper and the tissues, the extra box of tissues. And then down there, that's like hair stuff. That is my mirror that magnifies 15 times because I'm getting older and need reading glasses. So I use that. And so and I got another one of those containers to keep that stuff in, just a neat little bin for that.